Welcome everyone to the Hambone Fantasy Football Update and Playoff Preview. Welcome everyone. We're here. We're at that magical time, and it's not post-Thanksgiving or pre-Christmas. It's fantasy football playoff season. Are you excited? I know I am. I'm excited for the playoffs. Yes, we are on the road to Hambone Bowl 18. If you use those fancy Roman letters, that's XV. I got it. XVIII. I don't use the fancy Roman letters, so there we go. Hambone Bowl 18. That's what we're going for. So, real quick, we'll just go over the rules of the playoffs. I'm going to totally skip Week 13 highlights because we're here, and that's all we care about. So, real quick, playoffs are determined, playoff seeding rather, is determined by overall record. Seeds 1 through 4 are automatic bids that are earned by the winners of the 4 different divisions. So if you win your division, you get seeds 1 through 4. Seeds 5 through 8 are at-large bids that are determined by overall record of the 8 remaining teams. So if you won your division, even if you have like a lower record than some of the other teams, you're automatically in. The higher records of the 8 non-winners, the best 4 also get in. So we will see when we go over the matchups. A couple of the at-large bids actually have better records than the winners, but that's just how it goes. That's why it's important to be the best in your division. And then I also gave everybody a little assignment, and about half of you responded, and you're still welcome to just to give us some funny bold names. And then tiebreakers finally, to determine any tiebreakers when putting in the seeding and whatnot. That was determined by first, if there was a tie, if the 2 teams met head-to-head, and everybody met at least once. If they met head-to-head, who was victorious, or if there was they met twice, maybe who led the series. If there's a tie between that, maybe they split the series, or there was a tie game, it would go to who had the best divisional record. And then after divisional record, if it needed to go to that, it would be total points scored. So, those are our tiebreakers. All right. I'm so excited. First up, in the Meyer Chicken Strip Bowl, we have probably, our leader probably had the best season that I can remember. I think he might have had like a really good rookie season. I don't recall, but best one in a long time. Super Saucy Spaghetti is, with their 10-3 record, is the overall number 1 seed. They take on the number 8 seed Leland Lizards. Again, in the Meyer Chicken Strip Bowl, Lizards have a record of 5-7-1. These 2 teams met up back in Week 10. Where Spaghetti had all the sauce they needed with with a score of 142 to over 98. So good luck to both of them. Next up, the winner of that matchup will take on the winner of this upcoming matchup, the Cinemark Summer Sausage Bowl, and that'll be between number 4 seed 20 Minutes with Tebow, with the record of 7-6, and the number 5 seed Spicoli's with a record of 7-5-1. These 2 teams met in Week 10, where Tebow was victorious in a nail biter, 140 to 136. On the other half of the bracket, we have probably the only team that really challenged Spaghetti up for the top seed, and that is the number 2 seed Kickin' Chickens with a record of 8-4-1, taking on the number 7 Silver Bullets with a record of 5-7-1. Then that, of course, will be in the famed Kroger Grape Bowl. So looking forward to that one. These two actually met in Week 10, and they tied with 132 apiece. This is also a good opportunity to remind you, in the event of a tie in the playoffs, the higher seed advances. So kind of like, in a wrestling title fight, if you lose the match to disqualification, the champion still wins. It still keeps the title. So the burden to win and advance is in fact on the lower seed. If you don't watch wrestling, I'm sorry, that was a bad analogy. You probably go, huh? But anyway, if you have the higher seed, you have the advantage. Let me put it that way, in the event of a tie. And then finally, the winner of the Grape Bowl will take on the winner of the Best Buy Pasta Bowl, and that'll be between the number 3 seed Hambone Burger Kings with a record of 7-6, and the number 6 seed Nowhere Elder Dragons with a record of 7-5-1. The Dragons and Kings met up back in Week 10. That was kind of a big week this season, and where the Dragons actually won the matchup 167-143. So they won pretty handily. But as I recall, I think I had a lot of buys or something that week, so it's not my fault. I'm sure I'll come back and, kick some dragon butt. Anyway, congratulations to everybody who's made it. If you did make the playoffs, we still love you. We still would love to see you come back, and we'll be happy to send updates to you as the season progresses. But otherwise, congratulations to those who advance. Forgot to mention, the winners of the divisions also win $50. And then, prizes are also awarded to the first, second, and third finalists at the end of the tournament. So I'll talk to everybody as they're eliminated on how the payoffs go. And you're always welcome, of course, to prepay for next year with a portion of your winnings. So, with that, we'll come back next week. We'll have highlights of the 4 bowl games and then previews for the next semifinals. So everyone have a great week, and we'll talk to you next time. Bye.